Good morning. Billy the Bake coming to you once again from the cab of the mighty Freightliner Cascadia. For those of you who wonder why I refer to this truck as mighty, if you've ever been behind a truck on the freeway and it's just not accelerating like every other vehicle on the freeway, chances are good. Now, it might be something with a really heavy load and 600 horsepower is not going to accelerate it, okay? Big heavy loads, 600 horsepower is going to take a while. It ain't going to come up to speed quick like a fairly modest car. However, those of us guys who are professional steering wheel holders working for large fleets, I don't think they fuel our trucks any so generously, man. Nah, us guys, we're not getting that kind of fuel. You know, they kind of dial back on the tune. So anyway, when I talk about the mighty Freightliner Cascadia, I work for a large mega carrier, so man, I get over about 25,000 pounds in this thing and up every hill, every modest grade, over a speed bump. Yeah, is what it is. But I'm not here today to howl about the lack of velocity in my driving experience. Wanted to say hi, wish everybody well, chat for just a moment about today's daily reflection, which comes from page 27. Since I'm recording this on my phone, I can't sit and look at it. And of course, I didn't have presence of mind to bring the 12 and 12 with me. Anyway, if you look up your daily reflection for today, February 1st, it's yet another promise. And it's that, and it comes from a paragraph about the middle of the page, and it basically is talking about spiritual experience of what the psychologist William James calls the educational variety. And it says that as I worked step 2, that very gradually and gently all of this spiritual stuff. Sidebar. Some folks, some of us are lucky enough that we come in to this recovery deal and we've got a good working idea of spirituality. We've got a concept that works for us. We may have a religion or a set of spiritual beliefs. Then there's the rest of us. And guys like me, that's who I'm talking to. But those of us who come in, we may have been exposed to ideas that we weren't able to make good use of, or maybe that we just never had a concept and we're trying to figure it out. Either way, I'm going to tell you that what it says on page 27 in the 12 and 12, which is referred to in today's daily reflection. I can tell you it is on point. That has worked out for me, despite my expectation that it would, and really kind of almost despite my desire to look at those kind of issues when I first arrived. So I guess that means that I've been brainwashed in this cult. No, I shouldn't even use that word, because over the years, I've heard people use the word cult, and really, for something to be a cult, you kind of have to have a leader. And we have a couple of founders that they didn't tell everybody what to do. So now our founders are gone, they're worm food, and nobody tells anybody what to do. We just tell each other what we individually have done. Say, hey, I kind of recommend you do this that I did, and you don't do that thing I did because that did not work out for me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The other thing about cults is, yeah, a lot of the time they're looking to take all of your time and or obedience and or money. Yeah, we can siphon all your money out of you. If you live for about 20,000 years and you put a couple of bucks in the basket every meeting and go to a couple of meetings a day for 20,000 years, we might get the life savings out of you, you know. Yeah, so anyway, long tangent because I dropped the C word, the C-U-L-T, that C word. But really, you know, more than anything, I guess the most important message for me today is that if you're kind of new in this deal and like looking at this spiritual stuff, the religious stuff, and you're like, I would say I found that I made a much bigger deal out of that than I had to, that I made it a much bigger obstacle than it had to be, and that I was able to find looking for the right words to articulate the thought. I was able to find a spiritual or religious or what have you model for explaining things and getting answers and using what power there is in the universe. I guess what people call God. I like the word, it's easy to spell. I am a truck driver. So with that it doesn't have to be that tough, even for people who as thick-headed as I am. So wherever you are, whatever you're up to, I hope you are safe, well, and happy. And till next time, I'll see you out on the road. Hopefully I won't have a large and heavy load in the back of this truck annoying you with my slow driving up the hill. Take care.